This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to my review of Boba Fett's Throne Room. This is a set from earlier this year that I really wanted to get. I missed out on the previous Jabba's Throne Room, and the only thing I was able to really get is this knockoff Jabba, which I'm going to maybe use in this if I find a way to assemble the throne well. But yeah, with it, I also have the Rancor pit that came out, I think, the year after. And I'll be reviewing that most likely next week. But so this is a really nice set. I definitely recommend getting it. And this is the last time it will be in this state because I'm going to be adding on at least another tower with some of these pieces to go and match up with this tower, since there should be a tower on each side of the palace. So I'll be moving some things around. But yeah, I just wanted to get this review in before I started making those modifications, and I'm going to make a short video about the updates because I may build a tower up here also, but I'm definitely going to build one on the side since I can do that pretty easily. Yeah, looking at the build of this set, it's a really nice set, but we'll first take a look at the minifigures. The first one we have is unique to LEGO Star Wars for now, although we've seen them a lot in the other movies, which is a Quarren. And this is from the world of Mon Calamari. It's really cool to have a Quarren since we never had one before. They've had some big roles in stuff like the Clone Wars. But yeah, it's really nice to have one of them. Up next is, I believe, the Lean Dancer. I don't know if the correct pronunciation there. But with her, she has this big pink head of hair. And you can see she has some pretty simple printing, and seems like her feet are popping through. Turning to the back side, she has a pretty simple robe design and a more angry expression. But it's still a cool figure to have. Moving on to the next one is a Gamorrean guard. And these haven't been really seen since the original Jabba's Palace sets back in, I think, like 2013 or 2014. And as you can see, I think they're exactly identical besides the leg printing to how the Gamorrean guards were about a decade ago. Yeah, that's one from the Rancor pit I'll be reviewing next week. But with him, he has a full molded body, some cool details on the back. And yeah, it's a cool figure overall. We then have a Weak Way guard. And these are pretty basic thugs. They work for Jabba, Bib Fortuna, and probably work for Boba Fett now. But yeah, it's a really cool figure to have. And tossing him back on, I'll take a look at the final of the either more villainous or neutral characters in this, depending on really what side they are on. And that is Bib Fortuna. He has his staff. He has a little more scared expression on one side. And if you go and pop this off, you can turn him around. There, it's a little scared, but it's a little more excited. Yeah, with him just being Jabba's second in command and taking over after him, it's cool to have a figure of him, although I kind of wish they did include a Jabba in this. Oh, so it probably would have been up by at least $10, maybe even 20. Turning around, we have our last two characters, who are more heroic, although they're not full-on heroes. First one we have is Fennec Shand, and she's to be the exact same as one of the Imperial light cruiser, besides the fact she has a hairpiece in this one. Yeah, I think she looks really nice. On one side she has a sort of a neutral one, and then the other one I don't know how to describe it. It looks a little more questioning, I would say. I'm not really sure what to say. Yeah, she is really cool. And then finally we have Boba Fett. And although I think they should print the helmet darker, the rest of the printing is amazing and makes a great Boba Fett figure. He's really cool in details, and you obviously could move this down like you could on all troopers that have that ability. And look at his head. It's a really nice representation of Tamora Morrison. He has some scars on the back. And yeah, this is a really cool figure. Obviously, he can't have double head printing since when his helmet is off, he is just fully bald. Sorry for the jump cut, I was interrupted. But the first thing we're going to take a look at when looking at the build of it is the throne. And you can either put Boba or Bib on it, since both do sit on it. And you can simply just slide it out from this little area. It's not really held in. It just floats there, so be careful when moving it. Yeah, with it, it's a pretty simple design. You have these cool Rancor stickers on here. You have a cup out to the side. And some other things for like food and stuff. And then an area if you want, I think, Fennec or someone to stand there or sit there to the side. You can do that. The bottom's pretty basic, and this grate's supposed to represent the Rancor pit opening area. But yeah, if you want to, you can take a character like Bib Fortuna, have it step up a little bit. You want him to launch off, but you can place him on here and pull the lever and act like Boba Fett has shot him off the throne to kill him. But yeah, it's a kind of dark play feature, and if you want to modify it, you could. Oh, this doesn't do too much to the build, so you don't necessarily have to. But yeah, it's cool to have that. I will move it to the side and behind for now, so we can get a better look at this, and I don't have that stuff popping out the end. And moving towards here, we have a hidden weapon cache under it. It has what I'm guessing is supposed to be a Beskar, a blaster pistol, and another one like this. Although I do have a lightsaber handle that came with the set as an extra piece that I do clip onto it. I took it off for now, but this makes it look exactly like Boba's, and I think it's cool to have just an extra one under there, and it doesn't take up that much more room if it's perfectly fine with it, so you don't really have to worry about that. I'm going to move the back side, which you can remove with a clip on one side. I don't remember which side that is. I'll turn it aside quickly. Okay, it's the side. So this side, you can pop this off. I want a little more daylight and light from my lights just so you can see in there better. And in there you can see there's a little rotisserie area, a thing with bones, and a table. And looking from above, you could see there's just these little grates. And back here, these little clips, so presumably you could attach something to it if you wanted to. Yeah, that's pretty nice in terms of detail. I'm going to move on to the interior part of this, just to show it off. Oh, it's kind of hard to get in. We'll have a little bit of an angle, and you can see back here, there's just some panels, some lights in the back. A little jumper piece down here. I think something may have been knocked off, but I don't know. I don't remember fully. I don't think anything was knocked off. But yeah, looking at it, it's pretty simple back here. And if you want to, you can just close it up. It clips in there. And I'll take a look at the outside for a minute, since it is pretty simple. Over here, you have a little snake going around. Here's a pretty basic wall, which, as I said, I want to add little pieces like this to just go smooth it out and build another tower parallel to this one, since it's not going to do too much to hurt it, and I think it will look just a little better. But the coolest feature of it over here is the door. And you can push this little eye out, so it could go and question anyone who shows up. But it also has a second function. You could push it in and raise the door up. Push it back out and it holds the door open. Yeah, over here there's also this little turret which you can move around just a little bit. This is really all you could do with it, and it's just messing around with it a little. It doesn't change too much, but it's just a cool little feature to have on there. And that launched off. Also, sometimes this happens, and you could just place it back on, making sure you don't knock off the other one. And when you want to close the door, you just push this in, and the door will lower. Moving back to the interior, we'll look at the inside over here. And over here there's a little pair of binoculars. There's this little part where it matches up here, although it doesn't really change anything. And over here we have a little control panel, which is used to open the door. If you want to just imagine. And there's a little clip system over here where there's a clip here. So you can have the door like this, or fold it in and clip here. And the same works with this side, where you could either have an opening here or move this in to be clipped in. Either way works, and I still think it looks really nice no matter what you do. And looking at it just a little bit more, and here you have a little bar area where there's tables for people to sit at. And some nice deals there. And in here we have a little crate that has, although it's supposed to be 2, I put in all 3 thermal detonators. And that will be moved around a little bit so I can fit inside the tower I will be building. And yeah, besides that, all the details have been showing up. There's this little bottle over here which looks like the one that Jabba would drink from. Oh, Jabba has been dead for a few years in this, so you can just assume it's for Bib Fortuna. You can move this in, although you can't go and take off the roof. It still looks really cool. The one thing I do wish is the dome was put on there, although there was controversy with that, but that doesn't stop me from building my own. And I have some pieces to use, and I will probably do it unless they release a set that looks like it. And yeah, maybe next week I'll show a video with this by the... Oh, I almost forgot one feature on here. Well, there's that quickly. I'll show this by the Rancor pit. After all, they don't really fit together unless you built either a stabilizing area or you had them on different leveled ground. But taking a look at it, there's also this little feature right here with the stairs. So if you take someone like the Gamorrean guard and place him there, you twist it and you launch the guard off. And that's a cool little feature on there. But yeah, overall, this is a really nice set. I would definitely recommend getting it. If you have a Costco membership, you can go and get it for, I think it was $85. And you can go and try to get a price match at other places, although they will not guarantee that you'll get that price match, and they may not do it. But some places may do it, so it doesn't hurt to ask. And yeah, it's something I would recommend. You could get it for a little cheaper, and with the thing that Lego's prices are going up, I'm not sure if the price of this will raise. But as I said, I definitely wanted to get, and I just did this to be safe. So yeah, I wanted to know what you think of this set, though. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.